Working at fast food has to be one of the most greatest and most fulfillment jobs in the history of the world. And let me tell you why. You get to work with probably, if not the best staff you will ever get to work with in your entire life. I promise you on that. Second of all, we got the customers. The customers are probably the greatest thing to have ever happened to me whenever it came to fast food. Oh my gosh, the stories I can tell about these lovely individuals that would come up to my job and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk even more. Oh my gosh, it was just so amazing. I promise you, if you ever work in fast food, it you should always be nice and just be appreciative towards the customer because it's so great. Who wants to work at a 9 to 5? Who wants to work at home? Who wants all of that? That's so lame. Go in there, go on Indeed or wherever you're going to find your job at, and go and type in the nearest fast food restaurant you can find and immediately apply. Because I promise you, on everything, fast food. Alright, sorry about that. Welcome back to our regularly scheduled program. I do not know who that guy was. That guy who was impersonating me. I guess I already got an impersonator now. Oh my gosh, I guess I'm so famous that I already got an impersonator that's trying to hack my channel and stuff. But anyways, let me rephrase. Working fast food sucks. This is terrible. Oh my goodness. Like there's so many stories I can tell about a previous job that I had that involved fast food, and unfortunately, I worked there during a certain point in that company's time where it was used more as a meme. But I will not get into that just in case if I do need to go back to that job. I'm not doing YouTube full time, but I need money in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, well, back onto the topic at hand. When I worked at fast food, it was pretty chill from where I was working at because we had two other fast food places right next to us. Like we was right in the middle, and there were two other restaurants next to us. So it wasn't really that bad. And usually most of the people there was the old white folk, so it ain't that bad. But trust me, there's been some days. There's been some days where it was terrible. It was just buns, basically. And I'm going to be telling you two stories that happened while I was working at that fast food establishment. Nothing too crazy, but in a way, something that made me really not like that job, but also give me enough respect for my fellow fast food workers who are working there currently. Because I do believe at this point, every single person deserves to work fast food. So in the future, when we become old and stuff, we don't become the same old people that we didn't like when we was working fast food. So I was trying to break the cycle here, guys. So trying to help each other out in the future. But anyways, story number one. So this story happened around 3 months ago when I was still working there as the cashier. And what happened was is that Hughes Family came and had the newest magazine of coupons because we just released the coupons like the week prior, so everybody started to get them and started using them. And they were all outside for a good 10 minutes talking about which coupons should we get, which orders should we get, all that stuff. I said, all right, cool. I don't really care. Just as long as you tell me what you want, I'll put it in. And we're good. So when they came in 10 minutes later, they're like, okay, this is what I want, but can you do? Can you like change this into this? And can you make the sandwich bigger? Or can you do this and this? I'm like, man, it says on the coupon it can only go for like the medium size food. I can't upcharge. I can't upsize it to large or extra large. It would have to be the regular size. I said, well, yeah, but like, are you sure you can't just edit it to add more meat onto the sandwich? I'm sorry, man, but that's how it's supposed to be. We don't have coupons for the extra large stuff because we just brought that out recently at the time. So all the stuff for coupons are either small or medium. The large and extra large stuff ain't gonna happen for at least another month or two. And she kind of got a little fussy at me and said, "Well, are you sure there's nothing you can do?" So I was like, "Well, no, I'm sorry, ma'am. There's nothing I can do about it. I can go talk to the manager." Yeah, let me go talk to your manager real quick. So I brought my manager up in here, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. There's nothing really we can do because we don't choose what the coupons are. We don't make the coupons. There's just the company bring them to us, and all we do is distribute them. That's all we do. So she was like, "Well, this is some BS. This is some bullshit." I'm like, "Well, how you get mad at us for? Because you don't know what to do about the coupons. I didn't say you couldn't use them. I didn't say you couldn't change the coupons to be basically an entirely different order. Just putting it there because on the little the system, it will know that hey, you're changing too much to the point where it's not the actual order. So can you not do that?" So I couldn't do it regardless if I wanted to. So they got into a whole argument kind of, and then their grandmother, next to the register, right below is kind of like our little cheat sheet on what's going on, what's the ingredients inside certain sandwiches. We can go and talk to the customers about it without looking stupid. And below it, like one of them was like a little coupon book, but it's only for us to use in order for us to talk to the customers about it. So tell me why it on the other register, it was just me. So the other register was gone. It was two registers and it was just me. I saw her slowly but surely reach over to the cashier's table and grab the coupon book. I had to go to say, "Hey man, you can't do that. It's for us only. Like we can't use it. It's only used to like help you guys understand what coupons are out there, what deals are going out there." And then she got an attitude at me talking about, "Then why would you have it up here in the first place?" I told her it's for us employees, not customers. The people behind the desk, people behind the register, people who get paid to work with your lazy ass. Okay, don't you don't blame the messenger. I didn't make the rules. If you want to go talk to the CEO of the store of the fast food place, hey, all power to you. So after a good another 5 minutes of us trying to get them to calm down and them trying to understand what's going on, they finally ordered something and then they left. I was like, oh my gosh, these people are so stupid. I can't believe people have lived their entire lives just to be this stupid and this ignorant for no reason. So the second story takes place around a month after I got hired. So by then I've already kind of gotten accustomed to how things work around here. And around that time, throughout my entire time working at the store, actually, we've had the same 4 for 10 meal. And what happens is basically get 4 sandwiches for $10. And of course, you can stack on top of that if you want to. So why this happened, as soon as I clocked in, said hi, put on my hat and my uniform, stuff like that, washed my hands, got myself ready to work. And at the time, I could only cook. I couldn't do drive, I couldn't do cashier, I couldn't do anything else except cook. So what happened was that I immediately after I clocked in, someone came to the drive-through, and we can hear what's going on in the drive-through as well for us cooks, so we can actually hear what the orders being made, and we can be more understanding of what the person wants. So they said, "Hey, can I have four for 10s?" You fat greedy motherfucker! Well, who? Why? I was so pissed. I was so pissed because I'm like, bro, who needs all of them damn sandwiches, man? Like, who wants all that meat in your body? Like, who you think you are, James Charles? You do not need that much meat in your body, man. Like, what's going on? I think you get a heart attack by the time you're done consuming all that stuff. And I was so mad. Everybody was so mad because it happened as soon as it was like 12 p.m. And that's usually when like people start getting ready and coming over for lunch rush basically. So around that time, it was just oh my god, it was so packed and there was so much stuff going on. And I remember, and for some reason too, when it comes to you know how you make the sandwiches and stuff, whenever someone wants to buy a buttload of like the meat that takes place with the sandwiches that we make for the 4 for 10s, for some reason it automatically goes away. Like for some reason, whenever people really want the sandwiches, the meat for that sandwiches are either almost empty or is gone completely. So we really had to rush and really did a lot of maneuvering to put the new meat back on the slicer, and that's a whole different story. But at the end of the day, it was just so much stuff, and people just keep on adding stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, we do not need that much fucking meat. We do not need that much food. Oh my god. And then it's like, too, like, out of all the places you want to go, why you want to go here and eat all this fuck ass meat? And you could at least order beforehand, or at least call us to let you know, hey, we're gonna have a big order coming soon. At least get yourself mentally and physically prepared. You don't just walk in, or not walk, but drive in and be like, oh yeah, can I have like 30 sandwiches within the next 10 minutes? Or not the next 6 minutes or something. I'm like, what? No. But anyways, that's just the tame version of stuff. I can go on about my experience there, but like I said, I want to, in case if I do need to go back to that job, I would, not to, at least being somewhat in the store's good graces. You feel me? But anyways, um, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, I got a TikTok now. If you want to check that out, a man named J.exe. I'll put on the screen for you right now. And also follow me on Twitch. A man named J. Same thing basically. And yeah, don't do anything stupid. And I will see you guys whenever I feel like posting again. Hopefully, sometime soon.